Asia is a great place to retire. It's got vibrant cities, it's also got a lot to offer in terms of visa options, and it's usually a cost-effective place to retire. I'm going to go over some of the top of my options of where I would look to retire if I'm looking, or just to live if I wanted a quiet lifestyle. Now these will eliminate some of the chaotic cities that you have in Asia, such as Bangkok, Kuala Lumpur, Tokyo, etc. And they'll look more at the quieter places where if you're looking for a more slow pace of life or somewhere just to kind of relax and work without the hustle and bustle that you usually get in Asia. So I'm going to go over 4 of the top places and then go over some other options that may not be so good from a tax perspective, but you may also want to consider. And at number 1, I have my favourite place where I would look for if I was looking for a quiet life, looking for somewhere outside a busy city but still have the conveniences, and that is Penang, Malaysia. Just come back there. It's a fantastic place if you're looking for somewhere quiet and cost effective, particularly in Asia. I think it's one of the best places you can get. In terms of cost for living, I've always said it's one of the top in the world. In terms of what you get for what you pay, the infrastructure is fantastic. You get fantastic condos for around $500 to $1,000 if you really want to splash out. You can go to $1,000 to $2,000, and that can get you a kind of upper end condo by the ocean in Penang. You've got everything you'd want in malls, connectivity with an international airport, English speaking, the food's great there. You've got a mix of kind of Indian, Chinese, Malay food as well as the healthcare. Also, Malaysia has a great retirement visa, or the MH2 visa as well, that you can look to get if you are looking to stay in Malaysia long term. On top of that, until 2027, it's a tax effective country. So if you don't remit money into the country, so if you're on a pension or you've got a lump sum and it's not invested in Malaysia, particularly if you're, say, a non-American expat where you can invest it offshore, have it grow tax effectively, and then just get paid on the income from that, you'd only get taxed on the money that you bring into Malaysia. So if you're high net worth, it can be quite a tax effective option as well. Same as in Thailand, you do have that option as well to live tax effectively. But Penang for me is just one of the best places. I think a lot of people veer towards Phuket for retirement. I think you've got everything in Penang except probably the golden beaches that Phuket has, but for me it's one of the top places in the world. So number 2 is Sanur, Bali. I know Bali gets a bad rep because of the traffic, the tourism there, but Sanur is a bit of a place where you can get out of that somewhat. It still has bad traffic, but if you want to stay in the proximity, you have great restaurants, you have a beach. Yes, it's not as nice as some of the beaches in Bali, but it's still an acceptable beach. You've got great cafes, great kind of Western food there as well as local food, and it's just a place where it's a bit more relaxed than your kind of typical places where you find nomads. And if you are looking to retire in Bali, I think this is one of the places. I think there's other places as well, but this is one of my top places that I would choose to if I was looking to retire in Bali. Number 3 is Chiang Mai, Thailand. Now, before we go on Chiang Mai, it has got its disadvantages. One is the air quality. For 2-3 months of the year, beginning of the year, normally February, March time. This is a problem. How a lot of people deal with it is they just get out of Chiang Mai for those few months. They either go to Phuket in the south or somewhere else in Asia. But taking that aside, Chiang Mai is one of my favourite places in the world. I think it's got a good cost value. You've got all you'd want in the amenities, in Western amenities. You've got malls, you've got great nature. It does lack a beach, but if you're willing to overlook that for the mountains and the kind of nature that Chiang Mai offers, I think it's fantastic. It's great options. You've got great cafes there, you've got great coffee there, great mountains if you're into that, or biking, and it's incredibly affordable. You can live, if you really wanted to, in Chiang Mai, I think, for under $1,000, although I'd say $2,000 will get you a very comfortable life. $3,000 would get you a good life in Chiang Mai. So if you take out the burning season, if you can afford to get away, it's one of my top places to be if you're looking for more a relaxed lifestyle. Number 4 is Ras Al Khaimah in the UAE. Dubai's been getting a lot of attention since the pandemic of people moving there for the tax friendliness and the options and ease of living in a modern, developed place. However, Russell Keymer, I think, is an option if you're looking for a quieter life. I know a few clients that have moved there. It may have better investment opportunities for property, also have better opportunities in the way of if you're looking to get visas. I think the the Emiratis is actually better and the more open than Dubai in getting people to move there. It's competitive. They're competing with the likes of Dubai and Abu Dhabi. It's a nice little seaside place. Been there before. It's a place that's off a lot of people's radars, especially if you're out of the UAE. Um, a lot of people are actually moving there because of the cost of living in Dubai, so they're saying, look, it's too expensive to live in Dubai, or I can get better value elsewhere. If you want that tax effectiveness, if you want the ease of the UAE visa, if you want the kind of lifestyle that the UAE brings to you, but without the kind of chaos that is Dubai, you want the beaches. Ras Al Khaimah is a developing place. I think it's got potential if you're looking for property investment, and also if you're looking to stay there kind of long term and want, or maybe working and have the UAE as a base. I think Ras Al Khaimah is a great option if you're looking for more a relaxed lifestyle. You've got the central location there, you've got tax effective options, you've got easy visas. It's one that I would consider if I was looking to buy a house there. And it's one that a lot of clients have said to me, you should be looking at in a place to buy and kind of spend part of the time there. Other options that didn't quite make the list, and the reasons for this is they're not too tax friendly. As if you look at the visa options in the UAE, Thailand, Malaysia, they're pretty easy to get. Bali even has a retirement visa and you can get business visas there. They have a lot of visa options. For example, Thailand has the digital nomad visa, the Thai elite visa, the long-term residency visa. The Malaysia has the MH2 visa, the retirement visa. UAE has a number of investment opportunities with the golden visa and work visas there. Other ones that aren't too tax friendly, or maybe not, you're looking to stay long term because of the situation in these countries. One is Hong Kong. I think it's a great place, and actually it's quite a nice place to retire if you find, for example, places outside Hong Kong main island. You've got a lot of greenery there. It may surprise people how green Hong Kong is. 80% of it's a green place. So if you retire on what kind of Lantau, the fishing village islands, I think it can be a good place to retire. You do have visa options there. Again, a lot of people are veering away from it because of the costs in Hong Kong, but I think more so the political situation in Hong Kong. Next up is Japan. Now, Japan's one of my favorite places to go and to spend time, but it's not really a practical option for a tax perspective, and they don't have too many visa options in Japan. It's a great place if you're looking to spend under 6 months a year. You can live there tax free if you're looking to spend under 6 months of the year there, so it's a good place to visit. Great places to spend time, places like Kamakura, Hakone. If you're looking for kind of places up north in the summer, Hokkaido, just fantastic place. Food's great, people are nice, it's clean, it's efficient, everything works. It's a great place to spend time. Maybe not the best place to live unless you really do want the Japanese lifestyle. The same with Taiwan. Taiwan and Korea, as well as places that you may look at. I do think Taiwan, it does have a visa option. It's not the best visa option. I don't think many people will go for it unless they really do want to spend time in Taiwan. I think it's an underrated place, and you do have some great places to retire. Kaohsiung, if you're looking for places in New Taipei City as well, you've got beaches, mountains, all accessible to you, and it's at a very affordable price. You have great healthcare there, great transportation, although I just don't think it has, one, the visa options available to you, they're pretty hard to get, and two, if come back to the same situation as Hong Kong, the political uncertainty. Same with Korea to a certain extent. I just think the weather in Korea is probably not the best. You do have visa options and actually citizenship options in Korea if you do want to get there, so that's a pro. Not many options in Asia give citizenship, particularly ones that you'd want, other than, say, South Korea is maybe only the only one that's one of the great passports that you'd want to get. So if you do want to retire in Korea and get citizenship and you are willing to learn the language, I think that's a good option. Although Korea, it doesn't have too much options. It doesn't have the kind of weather, the cost effectiveness of places like Southeast Asia, and I just don't think it has the appeal of Japan for me personally, although it is an option, and I think it is a good option for the people who do like Korea and like the kind of flexibility of kind of nice life at a reasonable cost. So there's a few of my top options that if you are looking to retire in places with a more relaxed lifestyle, there are a few of my options in 2025.